Today we're going to be talking about Monalisa Perez. We're also going to be talking about her ex-boyfriend Pedro Ruiz, and we are going to be talking about her current husband, Tyler Weathersby. This case was sent to me by one of my subscribers, a wonderful woman named Heather, and she has sent me so much information in this case and asked me to take a look, and I did. I went into every single detail. I saw all the videos, I saw all the pictures of Monalisa Perez, and I have to be honest and say I was really close to not covering this case at all, because I felt like that woman, she already got way too much attention. When I watched all the information about her pictures, her videos, her interviews, I'm getting some serious Chris Watts vibes from her. And I feel like something is very, very wrong. If you don't know who Monalisa Perez is, let me just tell you. In 2017, Monalisa Perez was a 19-year-old girl in a relationship with 22-year-old Pedro Ruiz. They had a 3-year-old daughter, and Monalisa was 7 months pregnant with their second child. Monalisa had a YouTube channel where she would share everything about her family life. You would always see her with a camera in her hand. You would hear about their home, their young family life, follow her pregnancy, watch her and Pedro do pranks on each other, and she would even take her viewers grocery shopping. Pedro would also do a lot of live videos on Facebook, but he liked a bit more challenging videos. He would chase storms. He would drive around on a small garden tractor, sending off fireworks from his bare hands. He would also show off his .50 caliber Desert Eagle. He liked the adrenaline kick and shocking his viewers. In the beginning of June 2017, Pedro came up with a brand new idea. He wanted to start his own YouTube channel inspired by all the insane pranks and stunts performed by Jackass. But Pedro, he wanted to take it to the next level. He told Monalisa and his family and friends that he wanted his first video to be crazy and scary. He wanted to hold a big book in front of his chest and have Monalisa fire the Desert Eagle into the book. Pedro's family and friends were shocked and begged him not to use a pew-pew. Pedro tested the stunt by shooting a stack of big books on a bookshelf. He sent the video on Snapchat to his family to show them that the bullet didn't go through. Pedro was convinced that he was gonna be just fine as long as Monalisa hit the book and not him. Pedro also said that he trusted Monalisa, so he was ready to go ahead with the stunt. Allegedly, Monalisa told him many times that she didn't want to do it, and she was worried about what would happen to her life if anything went wrong. But eventually, Monalisa gave in, and she said, "Okay, let's do this." Monalisa and Pedro went outside the house and they set up 2 cameras, one on a ladder and one on the back of their car. Pedro went in front of the camera with the Desert Eagle and explained how powerful it was. He also showed how big a bullet he was going to use. When he was done, Pedro said, "Okay, let's do this." He picked up the book and held it against his chest. Monalisa stood right in front of Pedro, and when Pedro said do it, Monalisa fired. The book did not stop the bullet, it went straight through the book and into Pedro's chest. Monalisa panicked and called 911. The medical team arrived and did everything they could to save Pedro, but unfortunately, Pedro was pronounced unalived right there on the spot. Monalisa was arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter. She pled guilty and was sentenced to 6 months in prison. But the way she was gonna serve the sentence was like a joke. It was 10 days in prison, 10 days out, 10 days in prison, and 10 days out. And the last few months of her sentence, she was allowed to serve it at home with an ankle monitor. She is now banned for life to own any kind of pew-pew. She is not allowed to make any money on her story, and she didn't get any insurance money for Pedro's death. Pedro's family were heartbroken and devastated, and they didn't feel like justice was served. Monalisa unalived Pedro and only got 6 months in prison, but they would never see Pedro again.
And I know it's hard for her too, you know, but she had a choice and she made the wrong one.
The family of Pedro Ruiz was unsatisfied today.
I mean, come on, get real. She took a life of someone.
He was the one that brought us together. We loved him very much.
I don't think it's fair. We don't have him ever again. You know, whatever the truth was, we still don't know. She hasn't apologized to any of my family. I don't think it's fair.
The message they want conveyed?
Don't try to do it to get rich or famous or anything like that. Just don't do it. It's ridiculously crazy.
And we're just broken-hearted. One day we'll be with him again.
Pedro was only 22 years old when he lost his life. He had such a bright future ahead of him. He was a beautiful person inside out. He had a huge heart and he loved his family, his children and Monalisa more than anything. Pedro lost his mother at a very, very young age and it completely broke his heart. Not a day went by where he wouldn't be thinking about his mother. He missed her and he couldn't wait to be with her again. He wanted to make his mother proud of him, so he landed a fantastic job at the railroads. It was hard work and very, very long working hours, but Pedro, he loved it and it paid really well. I think it's safe to say that his mother would be watching over him from heaven and be so proud of him. Monalisa wasn't allowed to make any money on her story, but she still decided to upload the video from the day Pedro lost his life. Why would she do that? I was thinking maybe she's trying to show the subscribers that she really tried to stop him, telling him that I really don't want to do this, please don't make me do this. But then she cuts out the part where she's telling him that she doesn't want to do it, so the video actually just looks like a perfectly normal video. And then she wonders why so many people have so many questions about Pedro. Personally, I think that she was hoping people would feel sorry for her and the amount of subscribers would explode. But it completely backfired because people would constantly ask her questions about Pedro and the alleged accident. Monalisa and Pedro, they were not married, so she didn't get any life insurance money after Pedro he passed away. But his children, they did. Monalisa is allegedly living off that money. Why are that money not locked in an account for the children? Why doesn't Monalisa have a job? First, she's living off Pedro's paycheck, and when he passed away, she starts living off the money that was meant for Pedro's children. I wonder how she's gonna explain that to the children when they grow up. Monalisa always showed the viewers the love between her and Pedro. But when he passed away, she told people that he was abusive and he would always manipulate her. I spoke to some family members and it seems like Monalisa forgot to mention a few things about their relationship. They were both abusive towards each other, and they would also manipulate each other. They also smoked the green, but she smoked more than Pedro did because he had to go to work. She would then ask him to look after their daughter so she could smoke the green alone, and when he said no, Monalisa, she would get really angry. I know Pedro's death was ruled as a tragic accident, but was it just an accident? Because I see several red flags. When I watch the video, I don't see a woman that's nervous, scared or terrified. I see a woman that planned this stunt. Again, attention on her when she gets out of the car with a pew-pew on a red pillow. That's a very feminine idea, so I do believe that that was her idea. Pedro actually tries to explain the stunt in the video and explain about the new channel. But all of a sudden he stops and looks at Monalisa and says, "Okay, now what?" And immediately she starts directing him in what to do and what to say. Would he have to ask Monalisa if this stunt was his idea and his plan?
They're gonna be like, "Who's Pedro? Who's Pedro? Who's this Pedro? Is that the Pedro across the border?" Well, yes, I am across the border, but I only look illegal. I'm not here illegally. Okay, what else?
This is gonna be your trailer.
Yeah.
Right on. So when everyone clicks on your page, just everyone will see this trailer explaining you did such a good job, and be like, I'm gonna be giving you content every week, video once a week, and I hope this channel brings the adrenaline rushes out of you crazy or something.
Out of me, just.
And then we'll start our.
Okay. Every week, I'm gonna be bringing you guys new videos, crazy videos. I don't have much money, but it takes money to do the crazy stuff that I want to do.
And again, attention on her. She managed to get Pedro to advertise for her channel in the video. She also tells him that this video could be used as a trailer for his new channel.
What's up, everybody? It's Pedro. Who's Pedro? I'm Pedro. The crazy Pedro. The Pedro that makes you say, "Damn it, boy." And wait, what am I gonna say? Wait.
No, just say.
No, wait.
Hey, I'm here with my first
Okay,
video.
so
then you say.
Here's my first video. Let's start off. Before we start off with the first video, I'm gonna show you guys. I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend's channel. It's called. Her channel is consisting of family vlogs, the family side of us. I'm only here to show you the crazy parts of me, the crazy stuff I like to do. You can go ahead and follow up on the nicer side of things, the more family orientated things on her channel. I can comment, link it down below, but just stay up with us. You're gonna get to see all the family stuff we do on her channel, but you'll be able to see all the crazy stuff on my side. So I hope that's a good introduction. So to start off my first video, I got here my girlfriend, Monalisa.
Hi, everyone.
Look at your lips.
Oh my god.
Good chat, babe.
Am I really?
Yeah, straight chat.
I can't.
So here I have my girlfriend, Monalisa, tell me out with my first video.
If Monalisa planned this, she did a really good job covering her own butt. She wrote a post online saying that they were gonna do the most dangerous stunt they ever recorded. And she was gonna make sure that people knew that it was all Pedro's idea. And she also made sure to say in the recording that she really didn't want to do this. But you can clearly hear her direct him in what to say and do in the video. So how was this all his idea? Then we have to mention the book. Pedro tested the stunt before the actual stunt, and the bullet didn't go through the book. But when they recorded the actual video, the bullet went straight through and into Pedro's chest. How is that possible? People say that it was probably because when Pedro tested the stunt, He did it on a stack of books on a bookshelf. So when he fired, the bullet didn't go through. But I saw a YouTuber testing that exact theory with 1, 2, and 3 books. The bullet went straight through the first book all 3 times. So the question is, why didn't the bullet go through when Pedro did the test? Is it possible they could have tested the stunt on a completely different book? That would be very stupid and make the test completely worthless.
Prank gone horribly wrong begs the question, what does it actually take to stop a desert eagle? Let's find out. As I don't want to ruin any actual books, I'll be using these packets of standard printer paper as a substitute. These are packs of 500 pages apiece, so that's roughly the equivalent of the average phone book. And for reference, I'll be shooting Hornady 300 grain hollow points for this test.
Alright, so first we're going to get a baseline, no books. Pretty bad day. So now we've got the equivalent of 1 book. Let's see how it does. I don't think he made it. Let's take a closer look at the damage. All right, here's our entry hole. Poked clean through. Here's our exit. Just covered in watermelon. Smells like summer. And our melon, well, let's just say you wouldn't want to be it. Let's step it up to 3 of these things, see how it does. All right, so now we've got 3 packets up. That's 1,500 pages. Let's see how it does. Once again, a very clean entry hole. And actually, looks like no penetration. Melon didn't survive. It got knocked off the table and split on the ground. But let's cut this thing open and see how it looks. So in our first book here, it passed straight through, blowing an exit hole out of it like before. But right at the very beginning of our second one here, this is the bullet lodging itself in just the first couple of pages. So it looks like all you really need to stop it, 2 phone books or decently sized textbooks, things of that nature. It's flattened out pretty good. See the back. No penetration on the back either. So let's do this again with just 2 books. I'll move the melon back a little bit and see if it survives. All right, so we've got 2 of our books set up here. Duct tape the watermelon down so it's not going to get lost off the table. See what happens. Okay, watermelon completely unscathed. Here's our first one. A hole straight through it. But, see, there's that jacket, the bullet wedged in there. You can see it. Poked a bit of a hole in the second one, but not too much, and no penetration whatsoever. This guy survived this time. So there you have it. If you want to survive getting shot by a desert eagle, bring 2 books.
A family member actually saw Pedro do the test because he sent the video to him on a Snapchat. And he said it was the same book, so a different book theory was definitely ruled out. So to me that only leaves one theory, and that is that a different and very smaller bullet was used in the test and a very powerful bullet was used in the actual stunt. So did they just make a mistake, or were the bullets swapped? A lot of YouTubers, they write scripts for their videos. And when it's dangerous stunts, they want to make sure the viewers understand how dangerous it is. So they act like they are scared themselves to wind up the viewers and attract even more viewers. Could Monalisa's post online and her repeatedly saying in the video that she didn't want to do it and how dangerous it was, could it have been part of the script for Pedro's first YouTube video? Because she did tell the police that she didn't want to do it, and she told Pedro she didn't want to do it. And she made sure that the police would watch the video so they could hear her say that she didn't want to do it. It was ruled an accident and not a planned unaliving. It also came out that Monalisa, she was texting, flirting and seeing other men behind Pedro's back. And Pedro, he actually knew about it. There were doubts that their second child actually was Pedro's biological child. Monalisa met Tyler Weathersby online in 2016, and allegedly she was seeing him behind Pedro's back. Pedro lost his life in 2017, 1 year later, and as soon as Monalisa finished her prison sentence, she moved to South Dakota, and not long after, she was in a relationship with Tyler Weathersby. When Monalisa was done with her prison sentence and it was over and done with, she packed up everything and she moved to South Dakota. Not long after, she was in a relationship with Tyler Weathersby, which I find very interesting. They both had struggles in life, they both had kind of a dark past, but they teamed up and they helped each other grow stronger. They taught each other how to love themselves, and it actually seemed like they had everything going for them. They became stronger and stronger and stronger together. And when you saw them together, they looked so happy. You couldn't be happier for them. They had everything going for them. Monalisa decided to open up a YouTube channel again. But the problem is that Monalisa, she can't show her face online or on any YouTube channel without being attacked by the public. Everybody asks her questions about Pedro, and you will see that she answers some comments. But as soon as people are asking questions about Pedro, she zips it and she just goes silent. I feel like if she want to be online, if she want to be an influencer, if she want to be a YouTuber, she needs to be open to her viewers. She keeps saying in her videos, oh, I'm so excited. And she keeps saying, I want to be vulnerable with all of you. I want to be vulnerable. I can't even count how many times she told her viewers that she want to be vulnerable with them. But how can she be vulnerable when every time people ask her questions about something very serious, she just sips it and she refuses to talk about anything and she just goes quiet? Doesn't that raise kind of a red flag? Why won't you talk about it? Maybe she's traumatized. Maybe, I don't know. I just find it very strange. Tyler and Monalisa both love fashion. And they came up with a really great idea. They were going to start their own streetwear brand called Wake. And it seemed like everything was going really, really well. Tyler is an amazing dancer. He is an even better photographer. The way that he designed his shop And the way that he's promoting everything, it looks so professional. I was very impressed. He is really, really good at what he does. It just seemed like everything he touches turns into gold. And I have never seen a digital creator having so many supporters. He has a huge network. It's incredible. So he is definitely running towards success. And when you watch some of their videos online, especially one video stood out to me where they're standing in their house in the kitchen and Monalisa is almost hysterical, explaining that she don't want to settle for a normal, boring life. She want to be a millionaire. That's her goal, to be a millionaire. And when she's a millionaire, she want to be a billionaire. I was shocked when I saw this video. I was like, you're very cheeky. Very, very cheeky. She is all over the place. And you can hear Tyler trying to talk to her. And he's very calm and tried to make her calm down as well. But she's like, it's really unbelievable. Watch this.
Listen. I won't be satisfied until I'm going to be a multi-millionaire. But then when I'm a multi-millionaire, then I have another goal to be a billionaire.
What does that mean? Doesn't that mean you're not satisfied? You keep saying until, but this. Remove the but, remove the until.
Because I'll feel accomplished when I'm a multi-millionaire.
But you're not, because there's something else that comes after that for you. So you're not going to feel satisfied. So stop telling yourself you're going to feel satisfied until, and just tell yourself you'll never be satisfied. You're always going to be working towards something.
Okay, I'm never going to be satisfied. I'm always going to be working towards everything, and I won't feel bad for not being unsatisfied, because there are times where I'm like, damn, like, shouldn't I just be grateful for what I have? Shouldn't I? But I feel like if I were to be like that, I would be just living a normal, boring life and just settling for little to nothing, and I don't want that.
Then after, I have been studying Monalisa's YouTube channel. I think that's actually 2. And I looked at all her pictures. I looked at all her videos. And I really feel like the Monalisa you saw when she was 19 years old, her attitude, her behavior, her clothes, her outbursts, nothing has changed from when she was 19 years old up until now. She's, in my opinion, she's still acting like a teenager. As we already know, Monalisa had 2 children by Pedro that she brought into the relationship with Tyler. Tyler accepted the children like it was his own, and the children, they actually call him Dad. They are a very close family and they love Tyler more than anything. But Tyler really wanted children of his own. So Monalisa, she became pregnant, and in the beginning of 2024, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl that they named 7. Everything was going really well, and they were now a family of 5. Tyler was very close to his family, especially his brother Gregory. They would be talking every single day. And if they weren't talking, they would be texting. They were almost like twins. They were very, very close. Tyler was also very close to his mother, Janine. And when Gregory and Janine saw how much Tyler, he loved Monalisa, they accepted her into the family as one of their own. Monalisa and Tyler's mother, Janine, they also became very close, and they would also be texting and talking on a regular basis. Now, Monalisa's family is a completely different story. Tyler was being harassed and stalked by Monalisa's grandparents and her mother. And after a while, it became that bad that Tyler, he filed for a restraining order against Monalisa's mother, Lisa. It was insane. What they did to him and how they were stalking him, I have no idea. But it must have been very, very bad for Tyler to file a restraining order. After Janine had been in the house for a while, things between her and Monalisa, they took a completely different turn, and everything just became very uncomfortable. It became threatening, and it became extremely concerning, and it ended in complete chaos. One day Janine and Monalisa were sat on the couch. Monalisa was nursing her daughter when she started explaining to Janine that she was very concerned about Tyler's mental health. And Janine didn't really know what she was talking about because she felt like Tyler was fine. Then she started asking questions about Tyler's life insurance. And she would also ask her who the beneficiary was on his life insurance. Janine told Monalisa that she was not the beneficiary on Tyler's life insurance. And she said the look that she got from Monalisa when she told her that was so uncomfortable, and it was a look that she's never going to forget. After that conversation, everything changed between Janine and Monalisa. Monalisa became very aggressive towards Janine, and while Janine was sat at a dining table, Monalisa went over to her and put her finger all the way up in her face while she was screaming and shouting at her, calling her a black bee and get the F out of my house. She was calling her so many bad names and racist names as well. I was shocked when I read that. How can you talk to your mother-in-law like that? I get the impression that Janine, she is a very Christian woman. She is loved and respected by everybody. And she is just so gentle. She just loves her children. She loves her family. And she loves looking after everyone. And Monalisa just attacked her and attacked her and attacked her verbally. But Janine said she actually felt like she's going to attack me soon. And she's going to claim afterwards that it was self-defense. After she told Janine to get the F out of her house, Tyler came in the room, and Monalisa would start acting like a victim. She would start crying and say, "Oh my God, I just had the biggest fight with your mother. Get her the F out of my house." Tyler looked at his mother and said, "Yeah, get the F out of our house." So Janine, she had to pack her things because she didn't want to be there anymore. She felt intimidated. She felt like she was going to be attacked soon, and she just wanted to get out of there. So she actually left a day before she was supposed to. So Tyler drove her to the airport, where she had to wait all night long because her plane was not leaving until the following morning. After Tyler left, Janine called Gregory, Tyler's brother, and told him what happened. And he got Janine set up in a hotel and made his mother comfortable until her flight the next morning. He also called Tyler again and again and again. He had to call him several times before he even picked up the phone. When he picked up the phone, he was not himself. He was talking in circles. He was acting really strange. And it was like he couldn't even focus on the conversation. He found it very strange. The next day, on September 4th, Monalisa made a 911 call in the afternoon, reporting Tyler missing. She didn't call Gregory, his brother. She didn't call Tyler's mother. She didn't call anyone from Tyler's family, letting them know that Tyler was missing. But she did call her mother and her sister to let them know that Tyler was missing. She didn't tell his family anything until almost 24 hours later. When Monalisa had to explain what happened, she said that they woke up in the morning like a perfectly normal family. And she got the kids ready for school. Tyler, he went out on his usual morning walk. She said Tyler left about 7:15 in the morning. Then she changed it to 7:45. But now it seems like she changed it again to 6 o'clock in the morning. It's very strange. She said he went for a morning walk. And after about 20 minutes, he came back to the house. And then he went out for a second walk. He didn't bring his keys. He didn't bring his mobile phone. He didn't bring his ID. And he didn't bring his wallet. The neighbors actually caught Tyler on their security cameras walking away from his house. And when you look at this footage, his entire body language looks very strange. I feel like either he looks like he's dizzy, he's having problems with his legs. He also puts up his arm to his chest like he's in pain. Maybe he was drugged. He looked really confused, like he didn't really know where he was going. He was just looking around like he didn't know where he was. It was really, really strange. The day after Tyler went missing, Monalisa hired a cleaning lady to clean the house from top to bottom. And it was really strange because just 2-3 days prior, Janine had just cleaned the whole house before she left. So why would Monalisa need a new cleaning lady to clean the house from top to bottom? And the next day after the cleaning lady she had been there, she hired another cleaning lady to clean the house again. Then she had Tyler's dog rehomed, and she claims that her and Tyler talked about that before he went missing. But don't you think that Tyler, he would have wanted to say goodbye to his dog? Why would she rehome his dog when he's missing? After that, a witness came forward and said that she saw Tyler outside Starbucks talking on his mobile phone. He was extremely distraught and he kept saying something like, "She kicked me out. I can't go back there. I can't go back there. I don't have anything. I don't have my wallet. I don't have anything." And then a green Kia Soul came to pick him up and he was seen getting into the car. It's all very strange. It's been more than 60 days now and Tyler is still missing. So before I end today's videos, there's a few things that I want to share with you. And the first one is that I want to correct myself because I said something wrong in the video. I've been recording this case over the last 2 days, 3 days actually. And today when I was editing my video, I noticed that I said something wrong. And that's a no-go for me, so I want to correct it. I told you that Janine and Monalisa were sat on the couch and after they spoke about their life insurance, that everything changed and Monalisa got really upset. That did happen, but that was not the reason or the thing that set it off. What set it off was that Monalisa and Tyler, they had been out for lunch. And when they came back, Monalisa told Janine, Tyler's mother, that Tyler had bought some rings for her and himself for $4,500. Janine was very surprised because she was like, how and why? And she asked Monalisa, "Can I see the ring?" Like she didn't really believe her. She didn't say that, but that's the feeling you get, like she was lying. So she asked Monalisa, "Show me your ring." And Monalisa, she looked kind of nervous. And she told Janine that the rings, they were being sized in the jewelry shop. That was the conversation that created the bad atmosphere. And I think after they sat on the couch and she talked about the life insurance, things just escalated from there and went completely nuts. The next thing is that the night before Tyler went missing, he texted one of his friends at 9:15 p.m. I believe it was 9:15 p.m. And he only wrote one word, help. And I couldn't help wonder, why did he only write help? Why didn't he write any explanation or anything? He only said help. Was that because he had to text someone something very fast before Monalisa came in the room or came home or something like that? Or is it because he didn't have time to write anything else before Monalisa took his phone from him? Because the next morning, Tyler's friend actually responded to him at 4 a.m. in the morning. So if Tyler was up and out for his morning walk at 6 o'clock in the morning, he would have seen the text from his friend. So if he's asking for help, why didn't he text him back or call him? And why would he leave his house without his phone? Because you know yourself, if you're in trouble and you need to get a hold of someone, your phone is your everything. So why would he leave the house without his mobile phone? It doesn't make sense to me. And then a witness came forward and said that she saw him outside Starbucks talking on a mobile phone. And I was like, hold on 1 minute. didn't they say that he didn't bring his mobile phone? So where did the second phone come from? And in that case, Monalisa should know that he have an extra phone. So what kind of phone is it? What's the email number? What's the phone number? Does the police have that information? Because if Tyler still have that phone, maybe the police could trace it. And there must be some footage from Starbucks where you can see the Kia Soul and see Tyler getting into the car. There must be some footage of the car and the license plate, so the police, they could track down the driver or the owner of the car. Do you know the feeling when you're thinking, how hard can it be? I think they are doing a lot of investigation. They're just keeping quiet, which might be a really, really good idea. It just leaves room for a lot of speculation. Then they released footage where Tyler is walking away from his house, and they say it's recorded on the neighbor's CCTV. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have watched several videos with that footage, and I don't see a timestamp on any of them. I don't see the year, I don't see the month, I don't see the date, and I certainly don't see what time it was. So in reality, that footage could have been from last year or the year before. We don't know because there's no timestamp on the footage. And one of the videos, when I watched it with sound on, when Tyler he walks by the house, you can hear someone whistling. Like maybe trying to get Tyler's attention. Maybe it's an error in the video, I have no idea. It just caught my attention that someone is whistling. It was also said that Tyler left his house without his ID, without his wallet, without his mobile phone and his keys. And I'm thinking, did the PI or the police check if there was any activity in his bank account? Because if there was any activity in the bank account, like money being moved, money being withdrawn from an ATM, or I don't know, sent to someone, anything like that, the police would be able to trace it, and they would also be able to see if it was Tyler spending money on his bank account, or if it's Monalisa spending money from Tyler's bank account. That would be very interesting to find out. Then there's one thing I want to mention that can be misunderstood as being very hurtful, but I promise you that's not my intention. There is something that I'm very, very concerned about, because I have been studying the case of Pedro and Monalisa for a long time now, and I just see some things repeating themselves. Monalisa told Janine that she was really concerned about Tyler's mental health, and Janine didn't really know what she was talking about because she felt like Tyler was fine. But Monalisa also told a reporter that it was very important to be open about mental health, ask for help, and so on. She also said she noticed a change in Tyler and his behavior a few days before he went missing. And then also putting those two together, sharing mental health with Janine, sharing mental health and concerns with the reporter, and then her getting very upset about the life insurance and the beneficiary on the life insurance. And I just get this eerie feeling that, don't get me wrong, I am hoping and praying that Tyler is safe out there in the world somewhere. And I really hope that he's gonna return safely. But the vibes that I got from that is that I almost get the feeling that Monalisa is warming up to finding Tyler, and it looks like he unalived himself because of mental health issues. That's the vibe I'm getting from Monalisa. She never talks about a crime. She never talks about kidnapping. She never talks about anything, nothing. The only thing she's focused on is Tyler and his mental health. And then she actually shows a picture of Tyler and her son the day before he went missing. And if you look at that footage, do you see a man with mental health that feels miserable and is feeling down? Because when I look at that footage, I see a very, very happy man with his son. And they're having a great time. I don't see a depressed man or someone who's feeling down. But of course, mental health can be invisible and you can see on people if they're going through things. I'm just saying, when I look at Tyler in that picture, he doesn't look miserable to me. He looks very happy, actually. Then I saw Monalisa doing a 6-week acting class in 2023. And I was wondering, why would she do that and what does she need it for? But then it just hit me. Do you remember Janine? She explained that her and Monalisa were sat on the couch. And she told Janine she had been contacted by Netflix and other TV brands because they wanted to make a documentary or a movie about her and Pedro and that very, very sad ending. And she told Janine that she didn't want to work with any TV brand because if she just picked one, then Pedro's family would have an influence on the script. So she wanted to make sure she picked the right one so she could be in control of the script. And that just raises a lot of red flags for me again, because I'm like, why is it not okay that Pedro's family have an influence on the script? It's his family. It's normal. But I think again, it's about her and attention. She want to be in full control of everything. And Janine also explained that when Monalisa was explaining everything about this movie or documentary and Pedro, she didn't really seem upset. She was actually really excited to do this. But I just got a little bit confused because I didn't think she was allowed to make any money on her story. So how is it possible that she can step in and do a documentary or a movie about her and Pedro? It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. Then there's people out there who doesn't believe that Tyler, he's missing at all. They think they're doing this for attention and to promote their brand, Wake. And I was like, you can't be serious. Please tell me you're joking. Do you really think that Monalisa and Tyler would get this ball rolling about him being missing, knowing very well that it's gonna rip up old wounds for Monalisa? The first thing that the public is gonna say, she did it. She is behind it all. She unalived Tyler. She's hiding his body. Do you really think that Tyler and Monalisa would put themselves through that to promote their brand? That's insane. And I don't agree with this at all. I fully believe that Tyler is missing. And I hope that people are not going to listen to these people and just keep searching and keep your eye out for Tyler. The last thing I want to say is that maybe Monalisa, she is innocent in everything. Maybe it was an accident when that happened to Pedro. Maybe she doesn't have anything to do with Tyler's disappearance. But you just can't help get the feeling about red flags all over the place. And Monalisa keeping quiet and not being visible to the public about her search for Tyler, it seems like she just went quiet and everything is happening in full secrecy. That doesn't help at all. I know that she say that this is her reality, but involving the public makes it their reality as well, because Tyler has a huge network. He has a lot of friends. He has his family. There are so many people out there who care about Tyler. So keeping your cards tight is a very bad idea, because you need to share what you know within limits. I understand that. But Monalisa, she just went completely quiet. She's not sharing anything. She's not saying anything. She's not showing herself, go on any searches whatsoever. But the other side of the family, Tyler's brother and his mother, they are very, very active on social media because they want to find every single evidence, footage, picture, CCTV, any sighting of Tyler. And they're asking people to keep a lookout. I don't see Monalisa doing anything. Nothing. And that just automatically becomes suspicious. But everything in this video is alleged, and she could, like I said, be completely innocent in all of it. I actually had a very open mind that Monalisa could be innocent in everything. And she could also be guilty in everything, and she's just a really good actor. I really hope the truth is gonna come out soon, and I hope that Tyler, he will return safe and sound. And I also hope that Monalisa, she is completely innocent in all of this, because anything else would be completely heartbreaking and devastating. So that's it for today's video. I want to thank you for watching. Until the next one, take care and stay safe. Bye.